Snow and snowflakes. It's white, it's made of crystals, it's tasteless and it's cold. These are the basic facts everyone knows about snow. But much more can be said about white down. Check out those amazing facts about snow and snowflakes. All snowflakes have 6 sides or arms. A snowflake is made of frozen water, so it has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, H2O. Water molecules are shaped like a V, so when they align and freeze together, a hexagon shape develops. When more water molecules are added to a snowflake, they are evenly added to the hexagon, so the shape does not change. Instead, the snowflake increases in size while maintaining its 6 sides. Record snowflake. The Guinness Book of Records reports the largest snowflake ever observed. It is said to have had a diameter of 38 centimeters and fell in 1887 in Montana, USA. For comparison, ordinary snowflakes have a diameter of about 5 millimeters. Snowflakes scream. Small air bubbles are enclosed in snowflakes. This causes the snowflakes to make a loud noise when they fall into the water. Since this sound has a frequency of 50 to 200 kHz, the human ear cannot hear it, unfortunately. Snowflakes are, almost, one of a kind. Snow crystals come in countless variants. 2 snow researchers photographed nearly 6,000 variants for the atlas. How many types there are and whether each snowflake is actually unique is still up for debate. Scientists can sometimes find 2 snowflakes that look alike. Winter snow globes. These days, you can find them in any gift shop. Snow globes. They were invented by the Austrian toolmaker Erwin Perzy in the late 19th century. He also patented them. The types of snowflakes include the needle crystal, columnar crystal, plate crystal, combination of columnar and plate crystals, columnar crystal with extended side planes, rimed crystal, irregular snow crystal, and germ of snow crystal. Snow needs bacteria. Snow only forms when the air has a certain amount of impurities. Only through the so-called crystallization nuclei does the rising water vapor change its state of aggregation. So some people believe that artificial snow is also polluted. However, this is not always true. In Germany, for example, chemical additives are prohibited, but crystallizing nuclei, such as killed bacteria, are essential. No 2 snowflakes are exactly alike. Each snowflake follows a slightly different path from the sky to the ground, and therefore, encounters slightly different atmospheric conditions on the way down. Therefore, every flake tends to look unique, resembling everything from prisms and needles to the familiar lacy pattern, according to the National Weather Service. There are 5 types of snowflakes discovered now: plates, columns, prisms, dendrites, and needles. The name of each type was determined according to the shape, thickness, and size of the snowflake. We can define a snowflake in 8 different categories. A snowflake has around 80 individual variants. Every snowflake is different from the others, just like the human fingerprint. Although it is not scientifically proven, if you observe the snowflakes, you will find each snowflake different. This is because no 2 identical snowflakes got captured in the images till now. However, there are possibilities that we may find 2 identical snowflakes in the coming days. The snow muffles the noise. In a snowy environment, everything seems calmer. And this is not only our impression, but this fact is scientifically proven. The air contained in the snow causes the sound to be swallowed, and thus all sounds seem muffled. Snow can be red. Anyone who assumes that snow can only be white is wrong. Snow can also be red and is then called blood snow. This reddish snow can be seen in polar regions or high mountains in summer and contains unicellular algae. It is because of them that it has a red tint. Filigree snowflakes like warmth. The shape of snow crystals depends largely on the temperature. At very low temperatures, rather clumsy snowflakes fall, while at higher temperatures the crystals are much better developed and take the form of stars. Most often, snowflakes fall at a speed of 5 km per hour, but it always depends on its weight and wind speed. The heavier the flake, the faster it falls, and the stronger the wind, the slower it falls, because before it touches the ground, it is still lifted by the wind and carried over a distance of several kilometers. So how long can a petal fall? Counting from the base of the cloud to the surface of the earth for up to 15 minutes. This is why we sometimes encounter the phenomenon of snowfall from a clear blue sky. Because before the petals fall, the sky above them may clear completely. It is widely believed that Eskimos have countless words for snow. But that's a mistake. In fact, there are much fewer of them, and it is only thanks to the media that such a belief has been consolidated in the last century. In 1911, the ethnologist and linguist Franz Boas gave only 4 terms. The greatest snow covers. It is not difficult to guess where in the world the largest amounts of snow lie. Of course, in Antarctica, but it is hard to believe that the snow cover on this ice-bound continent can be as high as 3 kilometers. At this altitude, the Amundsen Scott Station is located, exactly a few dozen meters from the South Pole. Scotland has 421 words for snow. It's unbelievable that you can have so many words for snow. Here are some examples: sneeze, beginning of rain or snow; feeful, swirling; flink drinkin, light snow. Syracuse, New York, was once so fed up with snow they made it illegal. The law did not stop snowfall in Syracuse, New York. In a show of solidarity with its snow-weary citizens, on March 30, 1992, after a record winter snowfall, the Syracuse Common Council declared any more snow before December 24 of that year illegal. It snowed 2 days later. The city gets an average of 115 inches per year. Snow is not really white. That's true. The snow is actually transparent. Snowflakes are made of ice crystals, so when light passes through them, it refracts and reflects off each individual crystal. The entire spectrum of light is reflected back to our eyes, and we see white snow. So there's really no such thing as a white Christmas, but it sounds way better than a transparent Christmas. Snow can be scary. At least for some people. There's even a word for it: kynophobia. People suffering from this phobia fear that they will get stuck in the snow, be buried in it, or that the snowfall will cause an accident. As a result of these fears, sufferers obsessively check the weather forecast, stay home when it snows, and in extreme cases, have panic attacks. Spend too much time on the slopes and you could suffer from Poblucto or Arctic hysteria, a disorder affecting Inuit people living within the Arctic Circle. Symptoms include meaningless verbal repetition or performing irrational or dangerous acts, followed by amnesia of the event. Vitamin toxicity is thought to be one source of the disorder, though in recent years researchers have questioned whether the illness, thought to be based on as little as 8 cases, actually exists at all. Every snowflake has approximately 200 snow crystals. A snowflake falls at a speed of 3-4 miles an hour. The majority of the world's freshwater supply is in ice and snow. Approximately 105 snowstorms hit the United States, on average, each year. It is estimated that roughly half of the people in the world have never seen snow in person. Snow can appear blue if it has had a chance to build many layers. In areas with deeper snow it is more likely to appear blue. Snowflakes under the microscope. Wilson Alwyn Bentley is an American photographer who took the first ever microscopic photo of snowflakes. It happened on January 15, 1885. During his lifetime, he immortalized over 5,000 photos. Snowflakes. This collection is on display at the museum in Jericho, Vermont. Bentley was quickly dubbed Mr. Snowflake, but for decades his discovery was considered something completely unworthy of attention. We now know that what he revealed to the world changed the thinking of 20th century scientists. In 1925, Bentley uttered the sad words under a microscope, "I discovered that snow is extremely beautiful. It is a pity that this beauty is not noticed and appreciated by others." After taking as many as 5,000 photographs, Bentley made another historical discovery on the basis of which the sayings were created. It turned out that each six-pointed petal is different and never repeats itself. Bentley carefully analyzed thousands of images and concluded, each crystal is a masterpiece of engineering and is never repeated. When a snowflake melts, beauty and craftsmanship are lost forever. To create a snowflake, you need low temperature, water and the so-called condensation nucleus. It is most often a speck of dust or pollen. They act as a scaffold on which a small ice crystal can form. When the temperature is near to freezing point, 0 degrees Celsius, snowflakes become much larger and a lot more complex in design. Record snowfall. The city of Capricata, Central Italy, is a real winter record holder. In March 2015, over 250 centimeters of snow fell there in 18 hours, about 13 centimeters per hour. So far, no city in the world has recorded higher daily snowfall. Perhaps the most astonishing place to receive snow ever is Death Valley, California. Considered by some measures to be the hottest place on Earth, with surface temperatures that have reached 120 degrees Fahrenheit, it's not the place you might expect to see snowfall. But it's actually happened several times, most recently in December 2008, when the Funeral Mountains, a range of peaks along the California-Nevada border, got a light dusting. Like Death Valley, the Sahara Desert is synonymous with all things hot and dry, but it's occasionally seen the exact opposite weather. As recently as 2016, snow landed on the sandy desert floor, a result of Ainsford's location at the juncture between the desert and the tall, cold Atlas Mountains. A giant snowman. On February 1, 2020, the largest snowman in the world was created. It stood at the Riesneralm ski resort in Austria. He measured 38 meters and 4 centimeters. He was affectionately named Reese and entered the Guinness Book of Records. The Guinness Book of World Records gave the record for tallest snowman to one jolly, happy soul in Bethel, Maine. The Snow Woman, which took over a month to build, was over 122 feet tall. Snow is not white. The light reflecting off it makes it appear white, with the many sides of the snowflake scattering light in many directions, diffusing the entire color spectrum. Snow can also appear in a wide variety of spectacular hues. Dust, pollution or cold-loving, cryophilic, freshwater algae can color it black, orange, or blue. A quadrillion snowflakes. Every winter, about a quadrillion snowflakes fall to the ground. This number can be written with 1 followed by 24 zeros. China celebrates the biggest snow festival. It is known as the Harbin Ice and Snow Sculpture Festival and has been held annually since January 1963. Since then, residents and visitors alike have been able to admire the magnificent sculptures made of the material Harbin has long experienced, with an average temperature of minus 18.3 degrees Celsius in the first month of the year. One of the determining factors in the shape of a single snowflake is the air temperature around it. The study of flakes has identified that long, thin needle-like ice crystals form at around minus 2 degrees Celsius, 28 Fahrenheit, while a lower temperature of minus 5 degrees Celsius, 23 Fahrenheit, will lead to very flat plate-like crystals. Further changes in temperature as the snowflake falls determine different shapes of the 6 arms or dendritic structure of the crystal. The creator of the Compound Interest Science blog, Andy Brunning, has painstakingly cataloged 35 different types of the snowflake, plus a few other types of frozen precipitation. They are designated as column, plain, rhymed, germs, irregular plus several combinations of all of them. In Dr. Seuss' book Grinch, Who Stole the Christmas, the city of Whoville is built in a single snowflake. A blizzard occurs when you cannot see for a quarter of a mile. The winds are always 35 miles an hour or more. The storm must last at least 3 hours to be classed as a blizzard. If any of these conditions are less, it is only a snowstorm. Snow is a form of rainfall. Other forms of precipitation are rain, hail, and sleet. Light and fluffy snow is often called powder. Heavy snowfalls are often called snowstorms. Snowstorms with high winds are often called blizzards. Snow reflects a high level of ultraviolet radiation and can cause snow blindness, photokeratitis. Sunglasses, goggles, and other eye protection help absorb the ultraviolet rays. Snow can also precipitate as graupel or sleet. Not to be confused with hail, graupel, or snow pellets, are opaque ice particles that form in the atmosphere as ice crystals fall through freezing cloud droplets, meaning cloud particles that are colder than the freezing point of water but remain liquid. The cloud droplets group together to form a soft, lumpy mass. Sleet, on the other hand, consists of drops of rain that freeze into small, translucent balls of ice as they fall from the sky. The most snow to fall in a 24-hour period in the United States is 75.8 inches. In 1921, over 6 feet of snow fell between April 14 at 2:30 p.m. and April 15 at 2:30 p.m. in Silver Lake, Colorado. Colorado also holds the record for the most snow to fall in a single calendar day. On December 4, 1913, 63 inches of snow fell on Georgetown, Colorado. Snow has never been reported in Key West. The coldest temperature on record for the Florida city, reached on January 13, 1981, and January 12, 1886, is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. A snowflake's shape is determined by the humidity and temperature when it is formed. Igloos can be more than 100 degrees warmer inside than outside. And they are warmed entirely by body heat. Since fresh, compacted snow is approximately 90 to 95% trapped air, meaning it cannot move and transfer heat, it is a great insulator. Many animals, such as bears, dig deep holes in the snow to hibernate through the winter. Snow at the North and South Poles reflect heat into space. The snow acts like a mirror from the sun. The light bounces off the snow and travels into space. When the weather person predicts a blizzard is coming, people buy more cakes, candy, and cookies than any other food. The smallest snowflakes are called diamond dust crystals, and they might be as small as the diameter of a human hair. The faceted crystals sparkle in sunlight as they float through the air, which is how they got their name. They are somewhat rare, appearing in bitter cold weather. About 98% of the Earth's water is in the oceans, leaving 2% as fresh water. About 90% of that fresh water is permanently frozen, mostly locked up in the Antarctic and Greenland ice sheets. There are 5 main types. Depending on the temperature, a snowflake can take the form of one of these 5 shapes: plates, flat, columns, prisms, dendrites, and needles. The largest, most photogenic stellar snow crystals only grow in a narrow temperature range around -15 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees Fahrenheit. The largest snowball fight on record took place in Seattle. Exactly 5,834 snow fighters came together to exchange frozen barrages to create the largest snowball fight in the world on January 12, 2013. Don't think for a second we are the only mammals to enjoy a good snowball fight. Japanese macaques, also known as snow monkeys, have been observed making and playing with balls of snow. Young macaques appear to enjoy stealing each other's snowballs, then battling to retrieve them. The city of Hiroshima in Japan hosts the World Igloo Building Championships each year, inviting teams to take part in either a speed building section or artistic building section to see who can create the most architecturally impressive igloo. For the latter competition, teams build everything from fairy castles to birthday cakes to giant creatures. In celebration of the 20th anniversary of ice hotel company Igloodorf, the organization commissioned the building of a massive igloo in Switzerland. Using about 1,400 blocks of snow, the structure, pictured above, under construction, stretched 10.5 meters high and 12.9 meters in diameter, earning it a Guinness World Record.